Good day, everyone. My name is Kit Salas, and for today's discussion, I'm going to tackle Chapter 6, which is the laws regulating accommodation establishment. So, this chapter opens with a quote emphasizing the importance of cleanliness, comfort, functionality, and safety in hotels, setting the stage for the discussion of laws and regulations that govern the hospitality industry. It then presents a case study of a missing television set in a hotel, illustrating the potential for theft and the need for strong security measures. And for our learning objectives, after reading this chapter, you should be able to first identify the laws affecting the accommodation sector, understand the legal framework governing different types of accommodation establishment, including hotels, resorts, tourist inns, apartels, pension houses, and motels. Second, identify the rights of hotel guests. Learn about legal protections for guests regarding safety, security, and property. Third, explain how quality and safety standards are maintained by hotels and similar establishments by meeting minimum requirement of the law. Explore the role of the National Building Code and other regulation in maintaining standards within accommodation facilities. And for our topic outline, first the introduction, the importance of home away from home experience in hotels. Our case study, the thief and negligence in a hotel. Second, types of accommodation establishment. We have here hotels by class, resort by category, tourist inns, apartels, pension houses, and motels. Third, legal framework, DOT accreditation, the purpose application, requirements, and cancellation. Responsibilities of accommodation establishment due to diligence and liability for damages. National Building Code, PD 1906. Construction, safety and accessibility standards. The building permits, requirements and regulations, guest registrations and hotel keepers liability, security and safety, DOT Memorandum Circular Number 200609 Guidelines and Case Sample, Waste Management Environmental Code, and Ecological Solid Waste Management Act, National Homestay Program, Requirements and Facilities. K. Laws. The 11 laws affecting the accommodation sector in the Philippines. Nature and description of the business. The chapter defines and differentiates various types of accommodation establishment. First is hotel, a building that provides lodging for travelers and tourists, offering additional services for a fee. Hotels are categorized by class. We have deluxe, first class, standards, and economy, based on criteria like location, facilities, and service standards. Resort, a place with a pleasant environment offering accommodation, food, and recreational facilities. Resort are classified by category, Class 3A, Class AA, and Class A. Special interest based on location and facilities. Tourist Inn, a lodging establishment for transients that doesn't meet the minimum requirements of an economy hotel. Apartel, a building with furnished or semi-furnished apartments rented to tourists and travelers for longer stays. Pension houses, a family-operated tourist boarding house that provides basic lodging and common facilities. Motorist hotel or motel, structures with separate units, often located along highways, offering lodging and sometimes meals. For the discussion of the law, hotels. So we have classification. Hotels are categorized into deluxe, first class, standard, and economy classes based on criteria like location, facilities, and service standards. What are examples? The chapter provides specific examples of hotel in different classes. We have here the Deluxe, the Peninsula Hotel in Makati, Hyatt Hotel and Casino in Manila. For first class, Bayview Park Hotel in Manila, Linden Suite Hotels in Pasig, and for standard, Days Hotel in Batangas, Palm Plaza Hotel in Manila. Economy, Hotel Las Palmas in Manila, City Savers Hotel in Quezon City. For the resort classification, resort are classified into Class 3A, Class 2B, 2A, and Class A, and special interest categories based on location, environment, and facilities. So the chapter provides different types of resort. For beach resort, we have Boracay Regency Resort in Aklan, Halton Cebu in Mactan Island, Dos Palmas Resort in Palawan, Inland Resort, Juan's Port Farm Resort in Quezon, Rocksos Wildlife Resort in Iloilo, Tiwi Hot Spring and Resort in Albay. Island Resorts, Verde Island Resort in Batangas, Cocobana Resort in Malapascua Island, El Nido Miniloc Island Resort in Palawan. For Lakeside and Riverside Resort, Lake Caliraya Resort, Hotel La Corona di Pasahan, Villa Escudero Plantations and Resort in Laguna, Mountain Resorts, Camp John Hay in Baguio City, Banawi International Hotel in Ifugao, Taal Vista Hotel in Tagaytay City. For special interest resorts, Plantacion Bay Resort in Mactan Island, Pearl Farm in Sama Island, Camsor Water Sport Complex and Hotel Camarines Sur. For rules on operation and management, the chapter outlines rules regarding sanitation, lifeguard requirements and medical services, swimming safety, and prohibited activities in resort. For motorist hotel or motels, registry book, motels are required to maintain a registry book recording guest information, including name, address, and identification details. For age restriction, motels cannot accommodate individuals under 18 years of age unless accompanied by parents or guardians. For example, the chapter lists samples of motels such as Wise Hotel, Sogo Hotel, and Victoria Court. For apartals, we have here the example. So the chapter includes examples of apartals such as Ascot Hotel, Century Citadel Inn, and Makati Executive Palace. For pension houses, so we have here the example. So the chapter lists example of pension houses such as Malate, Pensioni, and Pension Natividad. Accreditation of accommodation establishment by the Department of Tourism. Purpose. Although not mandatory, DOT accreditation increased an establishment marketability. For application process, individuals, partnerships, and corporations can apply for accreditation by submitting a completed application form and supporting documents. Required documents. This includes articles of incorporation, bylaws, business name certificates, income tax return, audit financial statement, employee list, permits, and other documents are required. Validity. Certificates of accreditation are valid for 1 year from the date of issue unless revoked. Ground for cancellation. Accreditation can be revoked for various reasons, including false declarations, failure to comply with condition, non-compliance with that standard, permitting illegal activities, and violating DOT rules. Responsibilities of accommodation establishment. Due to diligence. Accommodation establishments are obligated to exercise due diligence in selecting employees and ensuring that their services meet guest need. Liability for damages. Owners and managers are liable for damages caused by their employees' negligence, even if the employee is found negligent. Case example. The chapter presents the case of Maurice McLoughlin, who sued Tropicana Capubana apartment hotel for loss of his money deposited in the hotel safety deposit box. The case highlights the hotel's responsibility for losses caused by employee negligence. National Building Code of Philippines, PD 1906. For the purpose, this code was adopted to ensure safe construction practices and standards. In general building requirements, building must comply with safe construction principles and be suitable for their intended purpose. Site requirements. Site must be sanitary and safe. For the discussion of the law, the chapter explained relevant provision related to sanitation, environmental protection, fire safety, and accessibility for disabled persons. Specific provisions. The chapter highlights Section 104 and Section 105 of the National Building Code, focusing on general building requirements and site requirements. For the case example, the chapter discusses a case where a hotel was held liable for the collapse of building due to defects in the plans and specification prepared by the architect. Building permits. Requirements. No construction can occur without obtaining a building permit from the building official. Application process. Applications must include a description of the work, details about the lot, intended use of the building, and estimated cost. Supporting documents. Applications must be accompanied by plans and specifications prepared and signed by licensed professionals such as architects or engineers. For the discussion of the law, the chapter emphasizes the importance of complying with zoning, land use, structural design, sanitation, environmental health, and safety regulations. For specific provisions, the chapter highlights Section 301 and 302 of the National Building Code, focusing on the requirement for building permits and the application process. For general requirements of all building by use or occupancy, for the location, building must adjoin or have direct access to the public space, yard or street. Fire resistance. Exterior walls must meet fire resistance standards. Light and ventilation. Building must provide adequate light and ventilation, with minimum room size and air space requirements, and window opening requirements. For sanitation, all building must have adequate water supply, plumbing, wastewater treatment, stormwater drainage, pest control, and other measures to protect health. For the general design and construction requirements, buildings must comply with regulations governing materials quality, design methods, occupancy type, and classification. Specific provisions. The chapter highlights the Section 704, 801, and 806, 807 to 901 of the National Building Code, focusing on location, light and ventilation, sanitation, and general design and construction requirements. Registration of guests and occupants. For legal basis, the Civil Code of the Philippines requires the registration of guests in hotels and inns. Hotel keepers' liability. Hotel keepers are responsible for deposits given by guests, provided proper notice is given regarding safekeeping. Case example. The chapter discusses a case where a hotel was held liable for the collapse of building due to defects in the plans and specifications prepared by the architect. Security and Safety DOT Memorandum Circular Number 200609. The circular mandates the implementation of safety and security measures in accommodation establishment. Guidelines. These include registering guest visitors, establishing ID system for personnel, recording vehicle information, selecting and training security personnel, developing crisis management plans, employing security spotters, using CCTV systems, implementing electronic access control, and coordinating with local authorities. For the case example, the chapter presents a scenario where a receptionist receives a bomb threat and outlines the appropriate action to take. For the National Homestay Program, the purpose is this program provides travelers with accommodation in Filipino homes near tourist attractions. For minimum requirements, homestay sites must meet specific criteria regarding peace and order, accessibility, host community willingness, and availability of commercial accommodation facilities. For home facilities requirements, home must have durable structures, pleasant surroundings, a furnished guest room, and amenities such as extra bed, lighting, ventilation, bathroom facilities, meals, and water supply. Waste Management. Environmental Code of the Philippines. This law prohibits dumping solid waste into the sea or bodies of water. Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000. This law promotes waste management practices, including source of segregation, and establishes minimum standards for waste storage. Prohibit Acts. The chapter lists several prohibited acts related to waste management, such as littering, opening burning, unauthorized waste removal, and operating open dumps. Laws affecting the accommodation sectors. National Building Code of the Philippines. This code governs building design, constructions, use, occupancy, and maintenance. Code on Sanitation of the Philippines. This law sets standards for sanitation and hygiene in accommodation establishment. Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000. This law addresses solid waste management, including source segregation and disposal practices. Fire Code of the Philippines. This code mandates fire safety measures in building and structures. Philippine Environmental Code. This law establishes standards for environmental protection, including air and water quality management, environmental impact system, and its implementing rules and regulation. This system requires an environmental compliance certificate for environmentally critical projects. Rules and regulations to govern the accreditation of hotels, tourist inns, apartels, resort, pension houses, and other accommodation establishments by the Department of Tourism from DOT August 26, 1992. These regulations set standards for operation, establishment, and maintenance of accommodation establishment seeking DOT accreditation, the law to enhance mobility of disabled persons, and its implementing rules and regulations. This law requires architectural features and facilities that enhance accessibility for disabled persons. Civil Code of the Philippines. This code includes provisions regarding registration of guests, deposits, and hotel keepers' liability. DOT Memorandum Circular Number 2006-209, Series of 2006. This circular provides guidelines on safety and security measures for accommodation establishment. And lastly, Executive Order Number 120. This order mandates the adoption of safety and security measures for tourists. So thank you for listening. I hope you learned something from the chapter 8, and I'm hoping to see you on my next video for chapter 9. Thank you, and God bless us all.